Hi guys, I'm Snooky. Have you got that hourglass gut butt and you're struggling with a lower back pain? You've probably got anterior pelvic tilt. I had that and I had it and I fixed it within 4 weeks. Let me get down and show you what I done. Okay, you've probably researched a lot about anterior pelvic tilt already, so I won't go in detail about what to strengthen and what to stretch, but we all know what to strengthen and stretch, which are our hamstrings, our glutes, abdominals and the hip flexors. But I'm going to show you how I did it within 4 weeks. Let's get down to it. So this is your recte spinae, and sometimes this is tight. So you want to get on all fours like a cat. You want to breathe in, and as you breathe in you want to sink your lower back and your pelvic and bring it in to your chest, into your rib cage, so in that spine. And when you breathe out, you want to push it out. So you want to breathe in as much air as you can until you can't breathe anymore, and push out as much as you can. So you're flexing your hips up into your rib cage. So I recommend doing that 2 sets for 10 reps. Okay, once your back's warmed up, I want you to cross your arms like this, bend your knees and just let your lower back just sink down. The reason why I'm bending my knees is because you don't want too much flex and stretch into your hamstrings, because if you have anterior pelvic tilt, your pelvis is obviously flicking forwards this way and it's already giving you a stretch down your hamstrings anymore. You don't want to weaken your hamstrings anymore. So what I'm going to do is just stretching my back out. And just remember to breathe so your body gets used to it. And what I like to do is suck my stomach in as I'm doing it. Once you've done that, so your lower spine should have woken up by now, because your back likes to move all the time. So now we stretch our hip flexors, as we need to do our stretching and breathing first. So what I like to do is place my foot upon a chair or anything you can see possible which is high enough. So I like to put pillows down to really cushion my knees. Okay, once you're in this position, you want the opposite leg as right angle to your body. And what you really want to do is push your pelvic forwards, tilt it, so you're going posterior tilt, and just look forwards. And what you want to do is just lean into it like this, and you feel the stretch. It should feel really good. And what I like to do as well is just to give it a little turn, so you get an extra bit of stretch in there. Okay, so I hold this for 15 seconds. I haven't been counting, so I'm just going to say I've done 15 now. And straight away, I like to get deeper into the stretch on the same stretching leg. So I'm going to put my foot on the outside of my hands. This leg parallel up, and just really sink my hips into the floor. Trying to push your hips into the floor but into your heel at the same time. And I'll hold that as well. For another 15 seconds. Once you've done that, it's your other leg. 15 seconds. I'll give you a little tip. So if you want to make sure you're into the pelvic tilt you need, posterior, I always place my hand on top of my lower abdomen on my back, and just really trying to push myself upright and go forward at the same time, and push forwards. And a little turn. Big drive forwards, leg off. Just really sinking my hips into the floor. You feel the stretch, trust me. Okay, so there's one more stretch I like to do as well. So what I'll do is go a bit further than shoulder width apart. I'm just going to sink down onto my heels and just let your lower back drop into the floor. And you get your elbows each side of your leg and just really push out. That's a brilliant stretch from your groin and throughout your legs and your abductors. And at the same time, you're stretching your lower spine into the floor. So I'll hold this for about a minute. For time purposes, that's done. Now we're on to the strengthening phase. I like to start on abs first. So I'll use a ball because the ball is more cushion for the pushing, if you know what I mean. So it's just easier on your back. I like to sit on the ball like this and just find yourself a wall or a door, like myself, and just lean forwards into it like this. Okay, now we're going to proceed to do some sit-ups. Okay, it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm just going to place my hands here. Big breath in and out. So what I'm doing is breathing in, but I'm still tensing. And I push out, which I'm pushing my pelvis and my rib cage in and sucking my stomach in at the same time and holding it there. Like a little whistle. So I actually do 12 of these, but I'll do 3 sets of 12. Do a few more. You want to perform 3 sets of 12 of them, and because you've pre-stretched all your muscles down your spine and in your groin area and your hip area, you've noticed that your pelvis is more flexible now. So I've noticed that my pelvis is wanting to tilt posterior as we speak because your abs are contracting. So let's go to the next exercise. Okay, then next exercise, another strength one. So we're going to strengthen our glutes, our butt. So what you want to do is lay down and you want your feet in line with your buttocks, or with your glutes, let's say. And just, this is going to be difficult at first because you're going to have weak glutes. So as beginners, I just want you to come up. You want to push your belly button into the sky and tense your bum at the same time. And hold it for 5 seconds and then down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. And once you get once you become a little bit better, you want to push up and flick a heel out like that. And you can really feel it coming down onto your leg. And there. And stretch, push up, and there, and then come down. And once you've become a little bit more advanced, you can just go for one leg. 5 seconds, and down. Repeat. If you can't feel it in your glutes and you come up, I've noticed giving it a little tap really turns on your muscle twitch fibres. You can really feel it. So you stick one leg out and go, oh, I can't feel that. Just give it a tap and it turns it on. And it's a really good technique to use. There you go, turns on. Once you've performed 10 glute raises on each leg, I superset it with a plank. So if you're a beginner, I want you to get on all fours like this and just really push your legs out like this, okay? You want your body parallel to So you've got no bends in it. So you just want to look forwards, squeeze your bum together, your glute, like this, and really suck in your abs, like this. Just hold it for 30 seconds. If you're more intermediate, get down on your forearms, you squeeze your bum together, suck in your abs, and hold it for 30 seconds. And you repeat the process into glute bridges, into planks. I do that 3 sets in total. And you notice that your hams get stronger, your abs get stronger, and you're more flexible in the hip region. You notice over time that your pelvis will tilt from anterior to more of a neutral position. So that's only 50% of it done. So you need to be aware of how you're sleeping, how you're sitting, and how you're walking. And I'll get into those now. So you're aware now that sitting down causes anterior pelvic tilt. So I'm going to go through with you what I did to help prevent that. So I never sat on a chair. Some people say sit on a chair with a pillow underneath your legs like that to tilt your pelvis posterior, or to neutralise your pelvis. But I noticed that my hip flexors got more tight doing that, so I wouldn't recommend that. So what I recommend is ditching the chair altogether and just stand up like this. Tilt forwards and stand up. If you do have to sit down, I recommend if you're on your laptop or eating, well, not eating your dinner, but like this, just get in the squat position like this and just type away. We're actually built to sit like this because the apes and everyone sit like this. They even go to the toilet like this. Oh. You can sit down like this on the floor. You can really sit how you would like to sit and what's comfortable for you. There's no actually right way or wrong way, but I do recommend sitting on the floor to help your abdominals, to keep you up on the hard, tough floor. So let's go to sleeping, shall we? And laying. So when you get into bed, you want to get jiggy, I recommend not to. I'm only joking. But get yourself a pillow. I recommend sleeping on your back, but I'll go through your back postures, how you sleep on your back and in the front. So I'm going to lay down. I'm going to stick a pillow under my knees like this, so my pelvis becomes more neutral into this position, as you can see. Because my legs are slightly raised and are neutralised through here. And it's going to take all the pressure of your lower back, like that. If you're a front sleeper, you put a pillow under your belly, your lower belly, and it does the same, so it neutralises your pelvis. But I found myself being a side sleeper, and what I had to do is overcome being a side sleeper and just really learn how to sleep on my back with the pillow under my legs. So when you're walking, the main thing to do is be aware how you're walking. So what I like to do is stand up straight like this. So you get your back of your hand and the front of your hand, you push your pelvic forwards and really squeeze your abs together, and then just walk. At first it's going to feel a bit weird, because it's going to be abnormal. Just keep squeezing. If you feel like your back is going to throw back out, just hold it and just walk. It's going to feel like you're a robot. Because when I first did it, I was like this. And they're like, that's a big ass robot. But now, your chest up straight. And that's how you walk. Also, I recommend taking an increase of protein to help strengthen those areas. So if you liked what you saw, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and please comment down below. Hi guys, it's only me. One thing I forgot to mention is I perform these exercises twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. So good luck on your journey.